Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Reconnect, my weekly free training series where I deliver content that's going to help you be the best version of yourself and achieve health, self, success, and abundance. So I'm just going to make sure I'm live on all platforms while I welcome people on. So let me know how you are. Let me know how you're feeling today. How is life treating you? How are you allowing life to treat you? So, because we're here today to talk about gratitude. Gratitude's quite I say on vogue. It's always been on vogue, isn't it? Being grateful is something we're always encouraged to be, but really the benefits of gratitude and how to keep that gratitude practice going, because gratitude makes a huge impact on our life satisfaction, our success, our relationships, our health, and many, many other things. So I really wanted to come on and talk about, how you can bring gratitude into your daily life. So I'm just trying to find myself live on my other page, as I always try and do, so I can share it to my personal feed. Yeah, so gratitude. It's been a buzzword for some while, and it's it does make a tremendous difference to our daily lives. Why can't I? Sorry, technology and me. We never seem to go very well when I come on live. So there we go. I can see myself now. Yeah. So gratitude. Why practice gratitude? Because life has been really tough the last year and this year. I mean, in Britain, we're quite lucky. We've got a vaccination program going on now. It's really successful, and we are tentatively reopening and getting back to some kind of normal. Obviously, we're not there yet, but it's been a really tough year, and people can feel, what have I got to be grateful for? You may have lost your job, you may have lost loved ones. It's been a bit of a shit show for a lot of people. So why practice gratitude? Because, well, we've still got so much to be grateful for, and really digging deep into that gratitude and just finding both the big and the small things to be grateful for really make a big difference just to how we feel about life and what we can attract. So, you know, gratitude took me a little while to get into, I will confess. It's something that I didn't really start practicing until I came to this house when I fled my abusive marriage. So I've been practicing gratitude for about 9 years now. It has made a tremendous difference. So when I first came to this house, having just fled an extremely abusive marriage, gratitude came quite easy. I was incredibly grateful not being abused morning, noon, and night. I was incredibly grateful to have a house that I could just simply be in without having to deal with that. I was incredibly grateful just to have this space and a garden where I could sit out and, just be free. But over time, gratitude can slip. And we've got so many things on our to-do list nowadays, haven't we? We need to journal. We need to practice gratitude. We need to get up and do meditation. We need to do our exercises, all the things that we need to do and just function and deal with work and life and children and everything else that we have to deal with, where there's a lot going on. And then there's the social stuff going on of the economy and climate change and COVID. And many of these other things can press in on our field of awareness so that we can easily feel overwhelmed, not just by what's going on in our own lives, but because our own lives are a reflection of what's going on in the wider society. As the old feminist slogan is, the personal is political, and it very much is, in my opinion. So, but gratitude can help you feel more ease and flow in your life, and it can prevent overwhelm. So like I said, there's lots of benefits to practicing gratitude. In fact, they're nearly endless. There's an endless load of benefits to practicing gratitude. So we tend to feel more positive emotions when we practice it. We generally feel more alive, more engaged. We have better relationships, stronger immune systems. We sleep better. There are lots and lots of health benefits to gratitude because of the way gratitude releases the right hormones in the body and the brain, so that you just feel better and feel healthier. And at times it can be difficult to feel gratitude. I say, when I first came to this house, I felt immense gratitude just to have a safe space to live. But because I lost my income when I left my home, I very quickly started to feel frustrated by the lack of support in the legal system, the lack of support for the situation that I was in psychologically, the lack of access to mental health services that I needed, a lack of money that I had. So very quickly I could have gone down that spiral of, oh, and I did for a while, not enoughness. I don't have enough of certain things, which is a practicality. It's a very real practicality. So really focusing on the things that I did have really helped me lift my vibe. And gratitude doesn't need to be reserved, like I say, for momentous occasions. So when I came here, I had this house, and it was quite momentous to be free of abuse after 12 years. That sigh of relief was incredible. The feeling of safety was incredible, to just be able to be with my children, to touch them without being lambasted that there was some kind of insidious or incestuous relationship going on. It was incredibly freeing. But it doesn't have to be reserved for those big things. Gratitude is, something that we can practice every day. It's the little things. It's, a really nice piece of cake, being able to wash my hair. It's, a new mug that arrived from my mentorship, a new mentorship that I've just recently joined, well, it's not a membership, it's a members site for women who have high ticket offers. But it was just like a beautiful gift, a mug that came and said, welcome, you're a member of the advance. And it's the little things. I wake up in the morning, I look out of my bedroom window and I see a lovely weeping silver birch, and I'm grateful every morning that it's out there, that it's full of birds. Gratitude is just so important, to be gratitude for the little things. I wake up every morning and I look down, I think, I've got 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 hands, my elbows and knees are in roughly the right place and they bend in the right direction. I've got feet, I'm able-bodied. I'm of sound mind. I live in a really nice town, in a nice house and a nice garden. I am incredibly lucky, so I'm grateful for that every day. But most of us have so much to be grateful for, even if we're not in the circumstances that I'm in. Because if you think for a moment about gratitude, there are many people out there in the world today that if they could swap places with you right now, all their life's problems would be solved. Everything. There are people now dying in hospital. There are people without, we moan about our children who have been on lockdown. Oh, God, surrounded by kids. There are people out there who would love to experience that because they're never going to have children. There are people now who have, really serious health complaints or terminal health complaints who are lying in hospital, and they would love to be fit and healthy and able-bodied and able to walk out in the fresh air in their garden. Being grateful it also puts you in the present moment. So how do you practice gratitude? And if you're watching, let Streamlard know who you are so I can see who you are in the comments. But gratitude also places us in the moment, because if we're grateful for things that can seem trying at the time, let's say, like my daughter, for instance, when she was young, she didn't sleep through the night until she was 5 years old. It was quite trying. But I tried to practice gratitude for that experience, because I thought, one day I'm going to look back at this. I think of those dark nights I had to get up with her when she used to have nightmares about her father and things like that, because we left an abusive marriage, and that she wouldn't sleep, and she used to have to come in and cuddle with me every night. But I thought, one of these times it's going to be the last time she's going to do this. One of these times she's going to, sooner or later she's going to be leaving home. She's going to go into her own life. We never think about the last time we've picked up our baby, the last time we've hugged our small child, the last time we see someone. Many of these things we don't realize are the last time. And I'm not being maudlin about this, but practicing gratitude. Hi, Daphne. Practicing gratitude really puts us in the present moment for the things that we may look back on and realize how special they were. And we may not have realized at the time if we didn't practice gratitude. There are many things, haven't we, we've done for the last time, and we've not realized it with the last time. And sometimes that can bring about regret. Sometimes, it's a good thing, but sometimes it's not. Sorry, I'm late this morning. Can you tell? I had a bit of a plumbing issue. So gratitude is really important. It brings us, health benefits. It brings us greater satisfaction in life. It has so many benefits for us. And it doesn't have to be complicated. I say it doesn't have to be the major big things. It's just the little things in daily life. The fact that you wake up every morning, that's a win in itself. You woke up and you've got another day ahead of you. You're able-bodied. That's why I grow my own food. When I eat it, I think, oh, all the effort I've put into that. to growing that food, and now I'm eating it and I'm enjoying it and it's clean and it's healthy. I'm so grateful then for everything I've planned, because the gardening actually helps me in life and it helps me in business, because we plan, just like in business, we plan for what we want to grow, the harvest we want to reap, and we reverse engineer that. What seeds do I need to plant when and in what conditions to encourage that harvest, and how do I need to nurture those seeds so they grow and produce that result? And that's exactly what we do in life and business. What result do I want to see in the future? And I need to reverse engineer the steps to get there. And then what conditions do I need to create in my life to give those goals the best chance of growth? And how do I need to nurture those goals to ensure that I receive the results at the end that I've planned for? So it's exactly the same process. This is how nature works. And that gratitude is part of that process. So being grateful for the little things. You might look around you now, look around your house. What can you be grateful for? That you have furniture, that you have a house, that that you've got eyesight, that you've got a phone or a laptop or a device that you're looking at this on. So many things we take for granted. And yet when we actually think about how much we have, we realize that most of us, many people, are living in abundance without even realizing it. We have so much around us now that we take so much of it for granted. And once we realize then we're actually surrounded by abundance, that changes our vibe, it changes our energy, and we attract more abundance because we're focusing on all the great stuff that we do have rather than focusing on the stuff that we don't. And we know that where focus goes, energy flows. So if you're focusing on the stuff that you don't have, that's what you attract more of. You attract more scarcity, more upset, more financial turmoil, more bad relationships, whatever it may be. But if we focus on the good stuff that we do have, then that's what we attract more of. That's why money tracking works so well. If you've got no money, start tracking it. To start with, you might look at your bank account and go, woo, but then you think, well, I'm grateful. I have a bank account and I have money. And start that gratitude process off. Okay, you might have no money, you might even be in deficit, but you think, I have a bank account and I have a figure in that bank account, and start practicing gratitude for that. So gratitude has so many benefits, and it doesn't have to be the same thing. So we're all grateful for our family, aren't we? But I wouldn't get up every morning and write, I'm grateful for my family. Looking for different things every day keeps that gratitude process fresh, and it keeps us noticing, as I say, the amount of abundance that we do have, so that we can track more and get real about your gratitude as well. Like I say, it's it can be that you don't want gratitude to become a chore, I suppose is what I'm saying. You don't want it to you don't want to look at keeping a gratitude journal as a chore, as something difficult, as something you ought to do. You don't, keeping a gratitude journal is great, but just being aware and being grateful for what you have. Or sometimes, I'll make a voice note in my phone. I think, oh God, that's amazing. I must just make a voice note in my phone. And then I save that to actually save that, all those. And I put them in a Word document, that I can then print out and read later on when I'm feeling like, I'm feeling a bit, ugh. Then I can read that document. I think, oh yeah, I'd forgotten all about that. That was really, and it helps shift your mood. So recognize the easiest way to practice gratitude for you. If practicing a journal is going to be something difficult, then have a notepad in your house that you write your gratitude things on, and put them in a jar, so you've got a gratitude jar, or use voice notes on your phone like I do. But do something every day. You can schedule it in if you're a scheduling person, but just realize that doing it in a way for you, but being disciplined enough to do it so that you don't forget, is what makes the difference. So the methodology that you use, it could be journaling, could be voice notes, but do be conscious that you need to do practice some kind of gratitude on a daily basis. When it crops up, or at the end of the day when you do your assessment, find a methodology that suits you, and sort of mix it up a bit. If your gratitude journal is feeling stale, that you find yourself writing the same things, like say, find another method. That's what I say. It's like looking for different things, use different methodologies, freshen it up. Yeah, Hazel. Yeah, you can get yeah, you can get lazy in your journaling. We all can, can't we? It's about, and repetitive. So it's about cultivating a habit that suits you. So I know that I will journal. I know that I also have a gratitude jar, and I know that I also use voice notes because it's just a way of me freshening it up, keeping it different. And it's something that, you don't always have your journal on you, but something brilliant has happened that you just think like, wow, an amazing gift just came to me from so and so. Don't have my journal, make a voice note. So, and also be sociable about your gratitude practice. So express your gratitude, not just in your own head and your own journal. Share your gratitude. Share your gratitude with other people. So if somebody sends you, if somebody's done something, for instance, in your life, say, or been, a figure in your life, whether that might be, I don't know, it could be a family member, or could be a friend, or even could be, Prince Philip, who's recently passed away. Write a letter expressing your gratitude to that person and send it to them. You've been a great role model for me. You've inspired me. You did this. You helped me on your way. Write a letter and send it to them. Don't just write it and not send it. Think all the energy you'll get to them. Send it to them. It would mean the world to them to receive that letter. Gratitude spreads, like love. You have to, the more you have at it, the more you give it away, the more you get back. So gratitude is another one of those things. Gratitude is an expression of love. So the more you give it away, the more you get. The more you express gratitude, the more abundance you attract. This is why gratitude is such an incredibly important practice. So I hope you'll feel able to go away and do something today. Look around your house today. What thing are you grateful for right now? I mean, I always get up and I think, I'm upright and I'm breathing. That's a lot to be grateful for every single morning. I have eyesight, I have hearing, I have a voice, I'm able-bodied, I have two lovely children, I live in a lovely house. I have a business that I love working on. There's so much to be grateful for in life. And even when I didn't have all those things, even I was in a horrendously abusive marriage for 12 years, and I was an alcoholic, and I was a wreck, and I couldn't even cuddle my children without being criticized and told there was something, I said, incestuous about it. And I was, abused mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, sexually, in every which way. I still had that gratitude for life, even though it wasn't the life that I wanted. And I was damned if I was going to be beaten by a narcissist. There was still that fire inside me that said, I'm not having this. This is not what I was born to be subjected to. I was not born to be a number or somebody's victim. And it was gratitude, getting up every morning and looking at the wider world and just looking at the natural world and going, all the world seems to be going on out there without me. The world is existing without me, and I really need to get out there and exist in it, rather than in this bubble of narcissism that I've allowed myself to be controlled in. And I just looked at, what was going on out there and thought, I have so much gratitude for being alive, and yet I'm not partaking. So it was that's another thing that gratitude can help you do. It can actually help you get you through the darkest times. So thank you for watching. I am Faye Semple. I'm the spiritual and energy embodiment coach to female entrepreneurs. So I help female entrepreneurs understand the energy in themselves and the energy in their environment, so they can make the best use of all the energy at their disposal to create success and abundance. So I'm live here every week with Reconnect. So Hazel, thanks. Really needed to hear this today. I hope it's helped you. I hope you'll be able to use gratitude to get through whatever it is you're going through at the moment, because life is a bit tough at the moment, isn't it, with the COVID economy and everything else. But on the plus side, I'm really grateful that all this has happened, because it is an opportunity for mankind to really assess how we're living, how we're treating the environment, how we're treating each other, and to move forward into a new normal that will hopefully be better than the normal that we had before. We want something better. We want something different. We need to encourage more free speech, more inclusion. We need to be steering away from the woke culture and the real clamp down on freedom of speech that there is in many societies at the moment. So there's a lot to be grateful for and a lot to be hopeful for. So I hope you've enjoyed today, and I hope to see you next week for Reconnect. If you want to join my group, Quantum Success Circle, please do. We talk about all sorts of energy and business things in there. So you're welcome to join us at any time. So I will see you all next week, bright and early, here at 10 o'clock for my Reconnect series. So take care, everyone then. Bye, Daphne. Bye, Hazel. Bye.